Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma, and I am so glad you are here with me today. Before we start, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you had a slow morning? Not a rushed morning, not an alarm at 6 morning, not a I'm already late, where are my keys, I'll skip breakfast morning. A slow morning. The kind where you wake up and you just lie there for a little while. You look at the ceiling. You listen to the sounds outside, the birds, the rain, the quiet. And you think, I don't have to rush today. Can you remember that feeling? Maybe it was last weekend. Maybe it was a long time ago. Maybe you haven't had one in months. Maybe you're still waiting for it. Today, you don't have to wait anymore, because for the next 60 minutes, we are going to have that morning together. A slow Sunday morning in English. No rushing, no pressure, no grammar exercises, no test at the end, just you and me and a quiet Sunday morning, the rain outside, a warm cup of something, and English all around us. So, if you have something warm to drink, coffee, tea, hot water, whatever you like, get it now. Get comfortable. Maybe pull your blanket a little closer. Maybe find a softer position. You deserve a slow morning too. Let's begin. Before we go into our story, let's warm up our voices gently. Just a few simple sentences about Sunday morning, about how we feel. Repeat after me. Nice and slow. Don't rush. It is Sunday morning. I don't have to rush. The room is quiet. I feel relaxed. Today is a slow day. I have time. I have nowhere to be. Good. Let's do it one more time. A little more naturally, like you're just saying it quietly to yourself. It is Sunday morning. I don't have to rush. The room is quiet. I feel relaxed. Today is a slow day. I have time. I have nowhere to be. Do you feel that? Even just saying those words. I don't have to rush. Something in the body relaxes. That's the power of language. It doesn't just describe how we feel. Sometimes it helps us feel it. Okay, now let's go into our morning. I wake up slowly. There is no alarm, no sound telling me to get up, no phone buzzing, no one calling my name, just silence and the light. The light coming through my curtains is soft this morning. It's not bright. It's not the kind of light that makes you squint. It's that gentle, gray Sunday morning light. The kind that says, there's no hurry. Take your time. I lie in bed for a moment. I don't move. I just breathe. In, out. In, out. My blanket is warm and heavy. My pillow is cool on one side. I turn my face toward the cool side. Ah, everything feels still. I look at the ceiling. There's a small water stain in the corner. It's been there since I moved in. I keep meaning to ask my landlord about it. I never do. Outside, I can hear a few sounds. A bird, two birds actually, having a conversation. I don't know what about, but it sounds important to them. A car passes slowly on the wet street below. That sound. Tires on wet pavement. A soft, rushing sound, like a long, slow breath. And then, rain. Yes, it's raining this morning. Not heavy rain. Not the kind that sounds like the world is ending. Just soft rain. Gentle rain. The kind that taps quietly on the window glass. A slow, patient rhythm. I lie there and listen to it. Rain on a Sunday morning is one of the most comforting sounds I know. It says, stay inside today. Make something warm. Read something good. Everything else can wait. I close my eyes again. I think about what day it is, Sunday. I think about what I have to do today. Nothing urgent, no meetings, no deadlines, no emails that can't wait until tomorrow. Just this morning. Just this rain. Just this quiet. I'm grateful for that. I really am. Now repeat after me. I wake up slowly. There is no alarm. The light is soft and gray. I can hear two birds outside. It is raining this morning. Soft rain. Gentle rain. I lie in bed and listen. I don't have to rush today. I feel calm. I feel still. I am grateful for this morning. Take a breath. Good. Now, what about you? What does your Sunday morning sound like? Is it quiet? Is it busy with family? Do you hear rain where you are, or sunshine? Try saying one sentence, just one. Don't overthink it. Something like, my Sunday morning is quiet. I can hear my children in the other room. I wish I had a slow morning like this. Whatever is true for you, say it out loud, even quietly. That is your English. After a while, I decide to get up, not with energy, not with enthusiasm, just slowly. I sit on the edge of the bed first. I always do this. Sit on the edge. Let my feet touch the floor. Let my body understand. Okay, we are getting up now. I look at my feet on the floor. My socks have a small hole in the left toe. I should buy new socks. Could keep forgetting. I breathe one more time. I stand there for a second. In the space between lying down and moving, that in-between moment, that pause. I think this is one of the things I like most about Sundays. These small pauses that would feel wasteful on a weekday feel like gifts on Sunday. The pause before getting up, the pause before making tea, the long, slow pause of sitting at the cafe window. Sunday is made of pauses, and I need them. Then I stand. I walk to the window. I pull back the curtain, just a little, just enough to look outside. The street below is almost empty. Sunday morning empty, which is different from weekday empty. On weekdays, an empty street feels lonely. On Sunday morning, it feels peaceful. One man is walking a dog. The dog is small and orange. It's wearing a little blue raincoat. A dog in a raincoat? I smile at that. The trees along the street are moving slowly, their leaves catching the rain. The sidewalk is dark and wet. Everything looks washed clean, like the world had a long shower overnight and is still drying. I love that. I put on my slippers. They are old slippers, gray, a little worn down at the heel. My friend Sarah told me last month, "Emma, those slippers are a health hazard." But they are the most comfortable things I own, and I will wear them until they completely fall apart. I put on my robe, my old blue robe. It's soft and a little too big for me. The sleeves are slightly too long. Sometimes I forget and put my hand in my tea. But I love this robe. It's been with me through a lot of Sunday mornings. It feels like Sunday itself. I go to the bathroom. I wash my face. The water is cool, not cold, just cool. It wakes me up gently, like a polite tap on the shoulder. Hello, good morning. Time to begin. I look in the mirror for a moment. I don't say anything critical. I don't look too carefully. I just look. And I say, "Good morning," to myself, quietly, and I mean it. Now repeat after me. I sit on the edge of the bed. I let my feet touch the floor. I stand up slowly. I walk to the window. I pull back the curtain. The street is quiet and wet. A man is walking a dog. The dog is wearing a little raincoat. I smile. I put on my old slippers. I put on my blue robe. I wash my face. The water is cool. I look in the mirror. I say good morning to myself. Now let's do a mini shadow. I'll say a short passage. You repeat after me, line by line. Follow my voice. Don't rush. The street below is almost empty. Sunday morning, empty. The trees are moving slowly, their leaves catching the rain. The sidewalk is dark and wet. Everything looks washed clean, like the world had a long shower overnight and is still drying. Beautiful. These sentences are simple, but they paint a picture, And that's exactly what speaking English is. Painting pictures with simple words. I go to the kitchen. My kitchen is small. A narrow counter, one window above the sink, a small table just big enough for 2 people, pushed against the wall. But on Sunday mornings, my little kitchen feels like the best room in the world. I fill the kettle with water. I put it on the stove. I turn on the heat. And then I just stand there for a moment, listening to the kettle begin to warm. That sound, the quiet, low hiss of water heating up. I love that sound. It means something warm is coming. Something good is coming. Just wait. While I wait, I open the fridge. I look inside. Some milk, a few eggs, half an onion wrapped in plastic, leftover soup from Thursday, some wilting spinach, definitely eat today, and in the back, tucked behind the orange juice, a small glass jar with a red lid. Strawberry jam. My strawberry jam. I always have strawberry jam on Sunday mornings. I've had it since I was a child. My mother used to make it herself. Fresh strawberries from the garden. The whole kitchen smelling like summer. The jam I have now is from a shop. It's not the same, but it still tastes like Sunday morning. It still tastes like something good. I take out the jam. I take out the bread. Thick slices. The good bread from the bakery 2 streets over. I bought it on Friday. I put 2 slices in the toaster. I push the lever down. I wait. The kettle begins to whistle. I make my tea, my old blue mug, the big one, the one that holds a lot. A tea bag, hot water turning golden and then dark. A splash of milk, no sugar today. I hold the mug with both hands. The warmth moves through my palms, through my fingers, up into my wrists. I breathe in the steam. That first breath of morning tea, I think about it sometimes during hard weeks, on long days, on days when nothing goes right. I think, there is still Sunday morning. There is still tea. There is still the window and the rain. That will still be there. And it helps. The toast pops up. 2 golden slices. I put them on my small white plate. I open the jar of strawberry jam. I spread it slowly, all the way to the corners. I never skip the corners. The corners are the best part. I carry everything to my little table by the window. Tea, toast, jam, the small plate. I sit down. I look outside. The rain is still falling. Soft and steady, not changing. Just continuing. Across the street, on the stone wall outside my neighbor's house, a gray cat is sitting, completely still, completely dry, because it found the one dry spot. It's watching the rain. I watch the cat watching the rain. This is a very good Sunday morning. I take a sip of tea. I take a bite of toast. The jam is sweet and bright. A little bit of summer in a gray morning. I don't look at my phone. I put it on the kitchen counter, face down, before I sat down. I don't check emails. I don't open any app. I just eat and look at the rain and breathe. This is, I think, the most peaceful 15 minutes of my week. Now, kitchen and breakfast. Repeat. I go to the kitchen. I fill the kettle with water. I wait for it to boil. I make a cup of tea. I put 2 slices of bread in the toaster. I spread strawberry jam on my toast. All the way to the corners. I carry everything to the window. I sit down. I look outside. A cat is sitting on the wall. It's watching the rain. I don't look at my phone. I just eat and breathe. This is the best part of my week. Mini shadow. I hold the mug with both hands. The warmth moves through my palms. I breathe in the steam. The toast is golden. The jam is sweet. The rain is soft. I don't look at my phone. I just sit. I just breathe. I just exist. And that is enough. Good. Now, your turn. What do you eat or drink on Sunday morning? Is it coffee, rice, soup? Is there something that tastes like Sunday to you? Try one sentence. On Sunday morning, I always. Say it quietly. That is your English. After breakfast, I wash my dishes. 1 mug, 1 plate, 1 small knife. I wash them slowly. Warm water. Soap. I know some people find washing dishes boring or annoying or a chore, but on Sunday mornings, I like it. There's something about it. The warm water, the simple task, the fact that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You start, you wash, you finish. You're done. I dry my hands on the small towel hanging by the sink. It's the small blue towel. My mother gave it to me when I first moved into this flat. She folded it and put it in a bag with some other things. A candle, a plant, a bag of rice. So your home feels like a home, she said. It does. Even small things can make a home feel like a home. A towel, a plant, a jar of strawberry jam in the fridge. Then I go back to my bedroom. I open my wardrobe. On weekdays, I choose my clothes quickly. Fast decisions, no time to think. Usually whatever is on top. Usually whatever is least wrinkled. But on Sunday, I take my time. I look at everything for a moment. Then I choose my favorite gray sweater. It's soft and a little oversized. My sister gave it to me 2 years ago. She said, "It looks like something you'd wear." She was right. Dark jeans, comfortable and worn in. The kind that feel like pajamas but look like real pants. And thick socks, because it's raining, because it's cold. Because thick socks are one of autumn's greatest gifts. I get dressed slowly. I go to the mirror, not to judge anything, not to fix anything, just to see. Ready? I say quietly. I'm not going anywhere important today, just to the Blue Door Café, maybe the bookstore after. I put on my watch, the silver one with the round face, my grandmother's. I tie my scarf loosely around my neck, rust-colored, wool, a little scratchy, but very warm. I pick up my small bag, keys, phone, wallet, and a book tucked in beside them, in case I find a good spot to sit somewhere, which I always do. I'm ready. Now, getting ready. Repeat. I wash my dishes after breakfast. Warm water, soap, simple. I go back to my bedroom. I open my wardrobe. I take my time. I choose my favorite gray sweater. My sister gave it to me. I put on dark jeans. I put on thick socks. It is cold and rainy today. I look in the mirror. I feel like myself. I put on my grandmother's silver watch. I pick up my bag. Keys, phone, wallet, book. I am ready. Notice something about those sentences? Most of them are 5 to 8 words. Short, clear, real. This is how spoken English works. Not long, not complicated, just clear. And when sentences are clear, they are easier to say, easier to remember, easier to use. I open my front door. The cold air comes in immediately. That sharp, fresh, rainy smell. I love that smell. I step outside. I close the door behind me. I hear the lock click. I open my umbrella. My old green umbrella. It has one slightly broken rib, the third one from the left. It still works mostly. It just sticks up a little on that side, like it's waving. I've had this umbrella for 4 years. My friend Anna told me last winter. Emma, you need a new umbrella. I said, this one has character. She said, it has a problem. I kept the umbrella. I start walking. The street is different in the rain. Quieter, slower, like everything has turned down the volume. I walk along my usual street, past the dry cleaner, closed on Sundays, always, past the small pharmacy with the green cross above the door. Past the corner bakery, I can smell it even outside. Bread and sugar and something warm. I almost stop. Then I remember. I have plans. Blue door, scone, book. I keep walking. I'll walk for a little while longer, past the small church with the white steps. A few people standing outside, dressed nicely, talking after a service. They don't see me. I don't interrupt. I just walk past quietly. I like walking past moments that aren't mine. Little windows into other people's Sundays. A family coming out of their building. A mother, a father, and 2 small children. One of the children is wearing a red hat. The other is wearing 1 shoe. Just one. I don't know where the second shoe went. The father looks like he does. I walk on, past the community center closed today, all dark. But I can see the schedule board in the window. Monday, English conversation class. Wednesday, yoga for beginners. Saturday, children's art workshop. I always look at that board when I walk past. I like knowing the building is full of things during the week. That people come there to learn, to try, to sit with strangers and do something together. Past the old man who always stands outside the corner store, even in the rain, drinking his small coffee. His name is Mr. Park. I learned this last month. He's been running that store for 22 years. He knows everyone on this street. He sees me now. He nods. I nod back. Wet morning, he says. Very wet, I say. He nods again. He takes a sip of his coffee. That's it. That's the whole conversation. But somehow, it's enough. It's good. The rain taps on my umbrella. A soft, steady rhythm, patient, like it's not going anywhere. I turn the corner, and there it is, the Blue Door Café. I can see it from here. The blue painted door, deep blue, like the sea on a cloudy day. The warm yellow light coming through the window. A few people inside already shapes behind the glass. Steam on the lower part of the window. I feel a small warmth in my chest when I see it. Like coming home, even though it's not my home. That's the thing about a place you love. It becomes a kind of home, even when it isn't yours. Now shadow the rainy walk. My old green umbrella. The one with the slightly broken red. It still works. Mostly. I start walking. The street is quieter in the rain. I pass the bakery. I can smell it from outside. I almost stop. But I keep walking. I pass Mr. Park. She nods at me. I nod back. I turn the corner. I see the Blue Door Café. Warm yellow light. I feel a small warmth in my chest. Like coming home. Now, do you have a place like the Blue Door? A cafe, a corner, a spot in your neighborhood somewhere that makes you feel like that? That small warmth in the chest? Or maybe a place you're still looking for? Try one sentence. My favorite place near my home is... I don't have a place like that yet. I'm still looking. Say it. That is your English. I push open the door. The small bell above it rings soft and light. The warmth hits me first, then the smell. Coffee, cinnamon, something just out of the oven. I shake the rain off my umbrella. I close it. I step fully inside. I look around. The cafe is about half full. That perfect amount. Enough people that it doesn't feel empty or sad. Not so many that it feels crowded or loud. A young couple near the window, both reading. Different books. Occasionally, one of them looks up at the other, smiles a little, goes back to reading. A woman alone at the middle table, laptop open. But she's not working. She's looking at the window, thinking about something. I wonder what. An older man at the corner, big newspaper, tiny espresso. He's reading the sports page. I can tell because he makes a small sound of disappointment every few minutes. His team must not be doing well. I love being in a room full of people who are all quietly doing their own thing. There's something deeply comforting about that. You're alone, but you're not alone. You're in your own world, but surrounded by other worlds. It's a good feeling. I go to the counter. Lily is there. She works most Sunday mornings. She has short, dark hair, different style every few weeks, and she always wears very bright earrings. Today, small yellow suns. She sees me. Emma, the usual? Yes, please, I say. And she tilts her head. How are you doing today? She always asks this. Not like a formality, like she actually wants to know. Good, I say, slow in the best way. That's the best kind of Sunday. It really is, I say. Oh, we have something special today, she says. Blueberry scones, fresh this morning, still warm. I feel something brighten inside me. I pay. I find my usual table small, against the wall, near the window but not right beside it. Close enough to see the rain, far enough to stay warm. I take off my coat. I unwind my scarf. I set my book on the table. I look out the window. The rain is still falling. The street is shiny. A woman rushes past outside, her umbrella inside out, completely broken, pointing in all the wrong directions. I know that feeling. I've had that umbrella. Not today, but many times before. I feel a small sympathy for her. Lily brings my order. A flat white, smooth and warm in its small cup. A blueberry scone, yes, still warm with a little pot of butter on the side. Thank you, Lily. Enjoy, she says. Good day to be inside. The best, I say. I break off a corner of the scone. The blueberries inside are dark and soft. The outside is golden. I try it. Oh, yes. I sip my coffee. I open my book. And I stay there for a long time, reading, sipping, breathing, listening to the rain and the soft sounds of the cafe, cups clinking, Someone laughing quietly. The bell above the door. There is nowhere else I need to be. There is nothing pressing. Right now, right here, this is the whole world. And it's a good world. Café language, repeat. I push open the door. The bell rings softly. The warmth hits me. I love this smell. Coffee, cinnamon, something fresh. I go to the counter. The usual, please. And do you have anything baked today? We have blueberry stones, still warm. Perfect. One, please. I find my usual table. Near the window, against the wall. I take off my coat. I set my book down. I look outside. The rain is still falling. I sip my coffee. I break off a piece of stone. There is nowhere I need to be. This is enough. Mini shadow, a real conversation. Emma, the usual? Yes, please. How are you doing today? That's the best kind of Sunday. It really is. We have blueberry scones, still warm. Thank you. Good day to be inside. Good. This is real English. Not complicated, not formal. Just two people talking, warmly, simply, humanly. After an hour in the cafe, maybe a little more, I feel full, not just from the scone and coffee, full in a different way. Rested, warm, present. I put on my coat. I wind my scarf back around my neck. I tuck my book into my bag. I wave to Lily. See you next week, she says. See you next week, I say. Outside, the rain has changed. Not stopped, but softer now. More like mist than rain. The kind that floats more than falls. The bookstore is 3 doors down from the cafe. It's called Page and Light. A small shop. 2 rooms. Narrow shelves packed with books, new and second-hand. Slightly uneven wooden floors that creak when you walk. A small desk at the back where the owner sits. And a cat. A gray cat named Fig. He is old and large and completely indifferent to everyone. He lives on top of a bookshelf near the door. I push open the door. Fig opens one eye. Good morning, Fig, I say. He closes his eye again. The owner, Henry, looks up from his book. He's maybe 60, maybe older. Glasses, a brown cardigan, a cup of tea beside him. Morning, he says. Morning, I say. I walk slowly through the shelves. I'm not looking for anything specific. I never am at bookstores. That's the point. I let my fingers trail along the spines. I stop it whenever it catches my eye. Then, on the lower shelf, tucked between two much larger books, a thin book with a pale blue cover. No picture, just the title. Things I Noticed This Year. I pick it up. It's a collection of short essays about ordinary things: rain, morning light, the sound of a tittle, walking in the city. Oh, yes. I bring it to Henry. He looks at it. He looks at me. Good choice, he says. You know it? I ask. I read it last autumn, she says. Quiet book, very quiet. But the kind of quiet that stays with you. I nod. The kind of quiet that stays with you. Yes, that's what I want today. He wraps it in brown paper he always does and puts it in a small paper bag. I pay. Enjoy your Sunday, he says. You too, I say. And I step back out into the soft gray morning. I stand outside the shop for a second, the paper bag in my hand, the mist on my face. I think about Henry's words. The kind of quiet that stays with you. I like that. I want to be the kind of person who notices those things. The quiet that stays. A light that is gentler on Sundays. The way a good book feels in your hands before you've even opened it. I want to notice. I want to pay attention, because I think that's what a slow morning is really for. Not just rest, not just comfort, attention. The chance to slow down enough to actually see what's around you. The rain, the flowers, the cat on the wall, the one-shoe child and his exhausted father, Mr. Park with his small coffee, Lily with her yellow sun earrings. The couple in the cafe reading different books and smiling, all of it matters. And when you notice it in English, when you find the words for it, something connects. The language and the life, the words and the world, and that connection, that is what makes a language real. Not the grammar, not the exercises. After the bookstore, I step back into the soft gray morning. The mist is light on my face. Not unpleasant, actually nice, cool and clean. I start walking home, a different route this time, not the main street, the smaller street, the one with the old trees. I walk slowly. My bag is heavier now. The new book, plus the book I brought from home. 2 books is a good weight. I pass a small garden. Someone has planted late flowers, purple, small, hardy ones that don't mind the cold. I stopped for a moment. I just look at them. Purple flowers in the rain on a gray morning. There's something about that. Something that makes me feel, I don't know exactly, grateful maybe, that things keep growing, that small, beautiful things keep appearing, even when the weather is cold. I take a breath. I keep walking. I reach my building. I press the code. I push the door. I walk up the stairs. I unlock my flat. I step inside. The warmth, the quiet, my own space. I take off my shoes at the door. I put my bag on the chair. I unwrap my scarf. I go to the kitchen. I fill the kettle again. Second cup of tea of the day. While I wait, I take out my new book. I unwrap it from the brown paper. Things I noticed this year. I read the first page, then the second. Then I hear the kettle. I make my tea. I go to the sofa. I sit. I open the book again. Outside, the rain is still falling. Soft, patient, unhurried. The afternoon stretches out ahead of me. Long, quiet, mine. This, I think, is exactly the kind of day I needed. Let's bring everything together now. I'll give you the patterns. You repeat after me. Nice and steady. Don't rush. Pattern 1. Sunday morning feelings. I feel relaxed. I feel calm. I feel rested. I feel slow in a good way. I feel like myself today. I feel grateful for this quiet. Pattern 2. Morning actions. I wake up slowly. I lie in bed for a moment. I listen to the rain. I make tea. I spread jam on my toast. I sit by the window. I don't look at my phone. Pattern 3. Going out. I open my umbrella. I walk along my usual street. I pass the same people. I nod at Mr. Park. He nods back. The rain taps on my umbrella. I turn the corner. I see the café. I feel a small warmth. Pattern 4. At the café. I push open the door. The warmth hits me. The usual please. Do you have anything baked? We have blueberry scones. Perfect. 1, please. I find my usual table. I sip my coffee. I open my book. There is nowhere I need to be. Pattern 5. Walking home. I step back out into the mist. My bag is heavier now. $2 is a good weight. I take the small street. The one with the old trees. I pass a small garden. Purple flowers in the rain. Small, beautiful things. Keep appearing. Even when it is cold. I reach my building. I walk up the stairs. I unlock my flat. The warmth, the quiet. My own space. I fill the kettle again. Second cup of tea. I sit on the sofa. I open my new book. The afternoon is long and quiet. This is exactly what I needed. Pattern 6. Simple Sunday sentences. Today is Sunday. I don't have to rush. I have time. I have nowhere to be. This is enough. This is a good morning. Now, let's mix them all. A little faster. Don't think, just follow. One full Sunday morning. In English, out loud, together. Full Sunday, mix. It is Sunday morning. I wake up slowly. The rain is soft outside. I lie in bed and listen. Then I get up. I make tea. I spread strawberry jam on my toast. I sit by the window. I feel calm and rested. I put on my gray sweater. I open my umbrella. I walk to the Blue Door Café. The cafe is warm. The usual, please, and a blueberry scone. I sit by the window. I read my book. I sip my coffee. I go to the bookstore. I buy a quiet book. Henry wraps it in brown paper. I walk home. The mist is soft on my face. I make more tea. I sit on the sofa. I am tired. I am happy. I am grateful. Today was a good day. A slow day. The best kind. Now it's your turn. Not to repeat, not to follow me, just to speak. I want you to tell me about your Sunday morning, your real one, or the one you dream of having. Use whatever words you have. Don't worry if the grammar isn't perfect. Don't worry if you pause. Don't worry if you mix things up. Just talk. My Sunday is not slow. I have kids. It's loud. Maybe you say. I wake up late. I drink coffee. I watch something on my phone. Maybe you describe your Sunday in your country. Maybe you describe what you wish Sunday felt like. Whatever comes out, that is your English. There is no wrong answer. There is only your voice. Here are some prompts. Pick one, or all of them, or ignore them completely. Prompt 1, on Sunday mornings, I usually. Prompt 2, my favorite part of a slow morning is. Prompt 3, when I have time to relax, I feel. Prompt 4, my dream Sunday morning looks like. Prompt 5, the place I feel most at home is. Prompt 6, something I noticed this week was. Take your time now. Speak slowly. Breathe. If you pause, that's okay. If you make a mistake, keep going. If you lose the sentence, start again. The English is already in you. This is just letting it out. 60 seconds for free speaking. How was that? I hope it was good. I hope it was peaceful. I hope even for just part of it, you felt like you were really there. In the quiet bedroom, in the small kitchen with the strawberry jam, on the rainy street, inside the warm cafe, in the bookstore with Fig, the indifferent cat, in English. Because that's what this is, not a lesson, not a study session, a morning, a Sunday morning we spent together, and the English was there the whole time. In the rain on the window, in the warmth of the mug, in the smell of the cafe, in the creak of the bookstore floor. You didn't study English today. That's the difference. And that difference over time changes everything. Before you go, I want to say one more thing. You showed up today. That matters. Some days, showing up is the hardest part. Some days, pressing play, sitting down, being present, that is the whole effort. And you did it. So whatever your week looks like, whatever is difficult or busy or exhausting, carry a little of this morning with you. The rain on the window, the warmth of the mug, the quiet of the cafe. Keep that somewhere. And one small thing to try this week. Find one moment, any moment, your morning coffee, your commute, your lunch break. And in that moment, describe it in English, just to yourself, quietly in your head. The coffee is hot. The bus is crowded today. The air smells like rain. I feel tired, but I'm okay. Small sentences, real moments. Your English. That's all it takes. I'll see you next Monday. Same time, a new scene, a new morning. Until then, take care of yourself. Rest when you can. Find your slow moment. And remember, wherever you are, whatever kind of morning you have, you are living in English every single day. And that is enough. More than enough.